What's good, people? This is Upgrade Your Mindset with Luis Suarez. Please like, subscribe, comment, share the video if you find that it will bring you any value or it will bring value to anybody you know. It will be much appreciated. The topic for today is the word solitude. What does it mean? What does the word solitude mean to you? What comes to mind? Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it healthy? Is it detrimental? Is it beneficial or is it inconvenience? Is it normal? Now, by definition, the word solitude is a state of being alone. It's isolating yourself from people, secluding yourself from the outer world. Not your world, the outer world. Being detached from society. Distancing yourself from friends, family, acquaintances. Just being by yourself in your own space. Living by your own set of rules. Now, many will say, what a sad way to live, to be lonely, to be by yourself, to have nobody. Sounds depressing, doesn't it? For many, it's their biggest fear. I hear this a lot. My biggest fear is to grow old and die alone. My biggest fear is to grow old and die alone. Really? I mean, we're all gonna die at some point either way. What does it matter if you die with someone by your side? As a matter of fact, it's rather selfish. Because unless you and someone else die simultaneously, why make that other person suffer? Or vice versa. I remember once I was at a family event. And as a backstory, this is a side of the family I'm not particularly close with. You know, they're my father's side of the family who left me at a young age. So I never built a rapport or familiarity with that side of the family. So the extended family that I do have, they only know me from afar. But that's neither here or there. Back to the family event. One of my aunts who was hosting the event at one point said something to me along the lines of, the door is always open for you. Because I don't want you to be lonely. Something along those lines. She basically assumed that I was lonely. And it didn't really sit well with me. It wasn't about what she said, it was about the way she said it. Now again, in her defense, this side of the family only knows me from a distance. From social media, which I don't really post much. I'm a private person. And I see them maybe once a year on holidays, if that. So they don't really know too much about me. They don't know who I hang out with. They don't know who I date. They don't know the places I go to. So I understand. I understand where she was coming from. But that word lonely, it sounds dismissive. It sounds demeaning, disparaging. For one, it was an assumption that was fairly inaccurate. And two, even if I was, even if I was lonely, I was alone by choice. You see, there's a difference. Lonely is when you wish for the company of others, but for whatever reason, others don't want to be around you. You are lonely not by choice. With the exception of you having bad social skills, or you're shy, you're introverted, you're antisocial, you feel uncomfortable in social settings, you're claustrophobic, whatever. You choose not to engage as a defense mechanism. But what if your choice to be alone wasn't out of defense or being socially awkward? It was for the simple fact that you love nothing more than to be by yourself. You love the presence of your own company. Now, don't get me wrong. You enjoy the company of a select few, but you cherish your own companionship 100 times more. You invite the company of others, but it's never in need. You see, there's an art to being alone, appreciating it versus vilifying it. It's mastering your mind and your own space, becoming one with yourself. Now, this is easy to understand for those who could relate. but it's too complex for those who are dependent on the fellowship of others, which unfortunately is the majority. Most people need others around to feel fulfilled and validated, to feel worthy, to show social proof. They place importance on everything outside of themselves to avoid facing the harsh realities of the individual within, getting to know that individual without any interference from external forces. See, many can't even fathom the thought of being alone and enjoying their own company because when they look deep, there's nothing to enjoy. Their whole existence has revolved around the outside world, trying to impress others who honestly can care less about them, trying to be what society told them to be, having this tribal mentality, caring about the opinions of others more than the opinions they have of themselves, needing to be surrounded by others as a form of life support. It's kind of like a weak battery that can't survive without a charger hooked to a power source. A lot of you can't face yourselves, and that's the honest truth. You haven't gotten to know who you are, what you like, what makes you happy, what you don't want to be around. Like, fuck what the next man is doing. What do you want to do? What are your goals? What are your hobbies? Have you addressed the man in the mirror? Shout out to EO. Many of you don't want to face yourselves because you are avoiding deep, unresolved issues. You don't want to come face to face with your inadequacies, accepting them and making the change needed to improve. You rather distract yourself from all that with the presence of others. Temporary fixes. The game is deep, man. Peep game. For me, being alone is about me loving myself first and foremost, valuing my time, my peace, my energy, and not compromising those things for no one. My peace is number one. Anyone that I invite into my space will be an addition, not a headache, an asset, not a liability. And if they do bring any negativity or toxicity, they gotta go. That's the mindset you have to have. Not being scared to let a motherfucker go no matter who it is. Friends, family, girlfriend, wife, job, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't belong. It's why many of you stick around these false, fake friendships, knowing damn well that these people don't have your best interests. But you stick around out of scarcity of being alone. You stay in these toxic relationships and marriages, allowing the other person to constantly disrespect you and treat you like shit. It's a fucking disgrace how some of you men let women talk to you and belittle you. You know why she does it? Because she knows she can. Because your ass is scared to leave. Scared to be alone. She's like, man, this motherfucker isn't going anywhere. Shit. I wish a bitch would. No bullshit. I wish a bitch would. You see, in order for any of your relationships to work, you not only have to give respect, but you demand respect as well. You have to give people the impression you could walk out at any time. Why? Because you love yourself more than you love any of them. You love your peace. You value your happiness. Listen, I love being by myself. There's no one I'd rather chill with, and that's on God. I can do what I want, when I want, how I want to do it. I'm in control of my environment. I am the creator. There are no objections, there's no interference, there's no drama. The world that I created is blissful and undisturbed. Why would I choose anything over that? Point is, love yourself, find your passion, cultivate your own peace, and you will master the art of solitude. That's all I got, man. I'm out.